Good morning, this is Scott Cullen. I'm the editor-in-chief of the Cannata Report. It's Friday morning, time for Fridays with Frank. I'm here with Frank Cannata, our founder, and he's got a special guest this morning, Ed McLaughlin from Predictive InSight. Ed and Frank, welcome.
Thank you,
Good morning.
Scott.
Thank you.
I'm indeed honored to have an old dear friend, Ed McLaughlin, join us this morning. Ed, if you're not aware, has been involved in a company that has just a lot of amazing capabilities in terms of doing, as the title says, predictive insights, predictive analytics. It's a very interesting field, and I'm excited to hear what Ed has to share with our audience. So good morning, Ed. How are you?
Good morning, Frank. I really appreciate it. Doing great. It's a nice balmy day in North Carolina, 74 degrees, and it's great.
Why don't you kind of bring us up to speed as to where you are with Predictive Insights? And I would like you to address, because there's been a lot of dialogue about what you're doing around the industry, and just kind of clarify some things that we're hearing, okay?
Okay, more than happy to. First of all, some of the things that you're hearing, and it's not that loud. It's a little bit noisy in certain areas. It's just ill-informed. I don't think there's malicious intent. I think there's people that speculate as to what certain things mean. And when EKM who was our supplier for the InSight DCA, was acquired by Tech Data, some people made some assumptions that this was some sort of master conspiracy between HP, Tech Data, Synnex, and EKM. Nothing could be further from the truth. It's actually almost laughable, and they're revolving it around the DCA as a conversation. But the fact of the matter is, Tech Data would have never bought EKM if it were just a DCA company. ATCO, and who is the holding company of EKM, is very involved in a very high-end e-commerce platform that is a middleware for turning e-commerce into as-a-service type pricing program. So they basically are under the cover for, they've created, if you will, or written the platform for Cisco. Cisco's EasyLease e-commerce platform is an EKM product. HP Pays is a EKM product. Brother Mobile Systems has a e-commerce platform that's an EKM product. There's a number of other programs that are being done right now in Europe that are EKM products for Apple and a few other people. So it's really a very high-end, very complicated, not really, in my estimation, the way it is right now. We don't carry that product for the dealer community because I think it's too complicated for the dealer community. It's really targeted towards hundreds of thousands of users and things of that nature. So the whole notion of using the DCA as a spy for HP is just borderline silly. It's not borderline silly, it's over the top silly. It's just not capable. In fact, interestingly enough, EKM, or ATCO, if you will, is only a freestanding subsidiary of Tech Data Europe. And there are rules for sharing of information in Europe that they're not allowed to give them any data about the company. They're viewed as an investor. Tech Data is viewed as an investor, even though they own the whole company because it's set up as a subsidiary. And they can't even have access to any of the data other than financial results. That's it. So there's no access to data at all. In fact, in the US, all the servers that are in, we really follow data integrity and make sure that it's in the country of origin. So all our servers are here in the United States. There's no servers over in Europe that we're using at all. Everything is owned by Predictive InSight, not by EKM.
Ed, I'm going to interrupt you for just a second. I think, what relevance does all this have to do with dealers?
In all honesty, the premise is that someone's going to steal their business, but that's just silly. I mean, throughout the years, and it all revolves around HP. According to some individuals, are taking too large steps in their certain programs that they have, and they have that program. I think it's called Allied. I forget what they call it now, but it's specifically designed for the managed print business, and it gives huge discounts, and they ask for a lot of information.
Oh, that's amplified.
And quite honestly, Frank, you and I have seen this through the years, through the decades. I mean, when Canon first came out with their Golden Eagle program, dealers said, I'm not going to play because you want too much information, and they had to modify the program. And there's reasons why HP does what they do. If they go too far, the dealers will push back, and they'll end up modifying the program, or they won't be able to have the program or anybody to be a part of it. So, but the thought was that this is all part of a great conspiracy to HP to go direct and take the dealer's business. It's silly. HP is, number one, is incapable of doing it, and number two, has no interest in doing it. Probably two should be one. They really don't have any interest in doing that. What they're trying to do is expand their managed print business. That's basically it, with distribution. And if they failed in communicating some of that, that's their issue, but there's no conspiracy.